We are live. Hello, friends. Megan and Tamika here. And we are excited to be going live and talking about this topic today. So, as you are hopping on, say hello. Tell us where you're watching from. I'm in Wyoming. Megan's in Arizona.
Yep.
And we teach women how to start winning in their life one healthy habit at a time. And we will tell you that because we made a decision, for me, it was 9 years ago. How long ago for you?
It's been over 5 for me.
Okay, so because we made a decision X amount of years ago, our lives have completely changed. And I don't know a single person who's ever like, oh my gosh, I want to get into business because I am the best salesperson in the whole entire world. Like I can sell ice to an Eskimo. I could sell, something to just like water to a fish, right? Have you heard those ones before? I don't know a single person that's like, oh my gosh, I want to start my own business so that way I can sell stuff. What about you?
I know people that would say they can sell anything, but I've never heard anyone say yes. So that's why I want to be, like, I feel like it's something that you learn as you do something like this. It's not something that, I mean,
that like you just like
it's
want to do, like definitely a skill to learn.
Yeah.
So I want to know, drop a 1 in the comments if you consider yourself a good salesperson. Okay. And if I was watching this live video, I would not be dropping a 1, even though people on the outside may think that I'm a good salesperson. And so that's what we want to talk about today. So maybe you're like us and you want to be able to make an income online, but you just don't want to be salesy. You don't want to sell product. You don't want to be like a person that people avoid, like in the mall with the lotion,
Right.
that kind of person, selling things.
Make eye contact. If I don't look at them, they will.
So, from struggles to success, when we first started our businesses 9 years ago for me, over 5 for Megan, we had no idea what we were doing. Let's just be honest. I was a high school math teacher. Megan was a hairstylist. And we just knew that we wanted more out of life, that we couldn't continue working in our jobs, and that we needed to find a way to be able to make extra income online. And I'll be honest, when I was considering, when I knew I was going to have that be my last year of teaching and I was going to be a stay-at-home mom full time, I was like, maybe I can babysit kids at home, but I don't really like kids touching my stuff and in my home. So probably not a good idea for that. I'm like, well, maybe I can like learn how to crochet and I could like sell crochet stuff online. And I'm like, no, thank you. And I was just trying to think of like all these ways I could be able to make money from home. And then I thought to myself, if I could get paid for anything in the whole entire world, what would it be? And I was like, I would want to get paid for eating and working out. Like those are the 2 things, like pay me to do those things. And what is interesting is that's kind of what I'm doing now. I'm sharing what I'm eating, I'm sharing my workouts, I'm sharing my supplements, and I'm able to get paid. So tell everyone a little bit about what you thought when you first started.
Well, for me, I honestly didn't start because I was looking for a way to make, I was, but not in this way. Like I didn't think to myself, oh, what would I like to do to make an income like you did, eating and working out, like that wasn't on my radar. But what was on my radar was time freedom. I wanted something that was going to align with my family's needs. I loved my job being a hairstylist. Like I miss it to this day, but I worked nights and weekends and long hours. And so my husband and I were 2 shifts passing in the night. And I, like you, was looking elsewhere. I mean, I'm like, okay, where I loved our church. So I looked there. I loved volunteering the kids' school. So I looked there. I looked at other things that would allow me to be more flexible, but nothing paid me what I was making as a hairstylist and still been able to be home more. And so it was one of those things. I did it for the income, but I did it for the freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what brought me here. And also I was really not healthy. Like I wasn't taking care of myself. And so when I stumbled upon like, well, geez, I could really work on being healthier, and, oh wait, I can't afford the products. So, now I can earn money, pay for my products, and hopefully at some point maybe make enough to be able to pull back my hours at the salon. Yeah. And so insert me here, like it was kind of like, it was ignorance on fire. Like I didn't really know what I was getting into. I didn't really know the change that was coming for me. Had no.
And so we want to know in the chat, do you want to like look at your life right now? Okay, look at the job that you're in, look at the way that it's headed right now, where you're at right now. If you are not happy with like the freedom, with your health, with your coworkers, with your life, like think about that, okay? And write in the comments what things you would want to change. Okay. So for me, I wanted to be with my family. So I wanted more family time. So I wanted that freedom and flexibility, kind of like you're talking about, which is why I was going to quit. We were going to live paycheck to paycheck because I was like, I can't keep doing this anymore. I can't keep burning the ends at both candles. And so I needed the time freedom. So if that's something that you need or that you want in your life, write time freedom in the comments. If you need to better your health or help have something hold you accountable, I was talking to somebody about that today. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm just having a hard time staying consistent. I got to kick my butt into gear. And I'm like, well, that's one of the perks about doing this business is it literally like you guys think that I'm sharing my food and my workouts for you. I'm sharing it for me to hold myself accountable to be like, check, I'm done, and if you get some value of it, great. But drop the word health. If you could benefit from, either losing some weight or working on your mental health. We don't talk about that very much.
Right.
Well, and then, yeah, go ahead.
Well, that's the thing. Like, not everybody has to lose weight. I was literally thinking about this before we even talked about this. It could be mental health. It could be maybe you, maybe it's your skin. It could be anything. It could be you feel like you're doing everything right, but you have zero energy. You sleep poorly. Maybe it's hormone health. Not everybody has to lose weight. Some people even want to gain weight. So, everyone's got a different thing that they want to improve upon.
Yeah. So you just dropped a whole bunch of good keywords there. So hormones, if you want to work on that, drop that in the comments. Energy, sleep, even so mental health, stress, and then I lost my train of thought where I was going to go as far as besides the health stuff. So there's the time freedom, there's the health
brain
stuff.
fog and squirrel.
Brain fog.
Brain help with those things.
Yes. And then just like friendships and community. Like, is that something that you want? I was watching this girl on my social media get to travel and go all these places and have all these friends that she was going to get paid at the park while she's pushing her kid on the swing while I'm slaving away in the classroom. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I wish I had friends. Maybe friendship and community is something you want. Right. Confidence, all of these things. And so what we want to encourage you guys is if you are looking for a change in your life, like you want to be able to earn an income online, but you're so afraid of being a salesperson, there's only one word that you need to change in salesperson. And what is it, Megan? Do you know?
No, I'm like, why are you putting me on the spot?
Instead of being a salesperson, you just have to be a shares person.
Oh, if I would have had more time.
I know. And you were talking about this right before we hopped on, which is put you on the spot. Because you have this customer who's getting great results and she's sharing her stuff. And so what would you say to the person that's out there that's like, I don't want to be a salesperson, but like, what do we actually do here?
You know what? I feel like we kind of already talked about it, but just to kind of highlight that, it's literally sharing your journey. Like you said, we share our journey. It's hard at times. Like I still get sweaty palms, even just being on here talking about, my journey and stuff like that. But we share it to hold ourselves accountable in hopes also that it's going to help somebody else. So that's what keeps you going. That's why you do this. If you come into it thinking you're just going to push a product, one, you are a salesperson and you are that person that people are going to avoid like the plague. But if you're building relationships and you're in this with a servant heart and want to help people, yes, they're buying a product, but we have our Get Fit Club, which, reach out to one of us or we can send you the link to that. It's a free club full of resources to help people better their lifestyles, whether it be movement, mindset. Movement, mindset, and food, and just all the other things, building healthy habits. Those are completely free and things that we do because that's the actual product is such a small part of our mission, and so that's the thing. People, they're totally focused on selling a product and like, no, you're sharing your journey and your lifestyle and turn around and lending that hand to the next person. That is why. And honestly, if you want to be a salesperson, this won't fulfill you, because it's not that exciting to sell a product. It's the connection and seeing people get results and changing their life that gives you the fulfillment.
I love the way that you said it, which is why I was like, all right, this is like your part, because you can feel your passion from it.
Mhm.
Like you said, the product is just a little thing. And what I love about the company that we're with is that there's no monthly fees. There's no mandatory products that you have to buy. There's no inventory. And so literally when we chose this company, it was because we felt like the products were a good fit for our lives, that we could
Mhm.
incorporate them. And we don't just like promote and share the products that we're using. We share and promote all of the products that we're using. And whether we get like a cute new workout outfit or a shirt, or we try a new drink,
Right.
or we find like something that works for our hair, or anything that we find, we're constantly sharing it. And you guys are doing it too. Who
Absolutely.
are watching this, you want to sit here and say that you're not a salesperson, but we have to sell ourselves every day. The only way you get paid is by offering some kind of product or service to people. Like, look at your job. Like, for me being a teacher, the only way I get paid is if I show up in the classroom and provide my service to the school district. The only way you make money cutting hair is if you show up to your salon and cut the person's hair. And I was talking to somebody today who does nails, and she's like, I just don't want to sell products. I'm like, you're selling yourself every single day. You have to. And
Yeah.
in doing a business like this, it actually can help you learn tools to help you in your other jobs, to help you in your other businesses.
Well, and something I wanted to address, I think, and probably this, you will agree with this, but one of the reasons we came here, like, I mean, drop in the comments if you've done some kind of network marketing or online anything, and you feel like more money went out the door than in, right? Like you said, yes, we don't pay for the website fee, all that stuff, but guess what? All the products I use, I don't pay for. I earn enough credits that, and not just for me, but for my husband too, and even some nutritional stuff for my kids. Like, I'm like, when I look at how much I product I buy, I'm like, oh my gosh, and I realize, I'm like, oh wait, I didn't pay for that. I earned those product credits, and it paid for my products as well. So I'm like, when you can keep more money in your pocket by just helping others, like, if you,
Like, it's a no-brainer.
I have such a yellow personality, and I'm so like, everything is just like, so that's why I didn't realize. I used to think these are scams. I always said these weren't for me. I'm just like, whatever. And so when I call it literally a leap of faith. What made me decide, I think it was just the fact that I wanted to be home with my kids so bad that I was willing to step out of my comfort zone and put fear behind me. But this literally is a business model that was meant for me, because I want to help others. When I cut somebody's hair, do their color, and they're like, oh my gosh, I love it. I mean, I still get friends that will message me and they're like, we miss you. And I'm like, I miss you, that I used to cut their hair. Like that, I get emotional just thinking about it. Like, it's just, if you're somebody that fills your cup, like, you're totally, I literally counted myself out before I even started for so long. And this just fills that. If you love helping people, this can be that.
Right. And neither one of us joined because we thought we were going to be a good salesperson. I had 200 friends on Facebook. I was like, who's going to buy from me? Like, my mother-in-law, maybe my mom. I've got some sisters, maybe a couple of them. And I was going through the list of all the people who I thought would buy from me. But complete strangers are going to support you more than the people that you know right now. And you're going to meet the most incredible people. Like me and you, we didn't even know each other a year ago. We're going on a year now. And
I know.
it's just absolutely incredible. And so instead of counting yourself out, just like Megan said, you got to count yourself in. You got to say, it's worth the time freedom. It's worth me getting my health in track. It's worth me being able to do the work to be able to earn some extra income. And we both started to be able to cover the cost of our products. And now our products are completely paid for because of our amazing compensation plan. We're making daily pay twice a day. We're earning up to 36% commissions. Plus, we're helping other women on our team be able to do that. And so, like she said, if you do this right and you share and you're passionate and you help enough people,
yeah,
you're going to end out on top. You're not going to have to be worried about spending more than what you're making. And you're going to just feel so overjoyed and confident and excited about what you're doing.
Well, and I think we should probably also address the fact that it's when you have a simple system to follow, it's not that hard. So a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm not good at that." Like, great, you know what? We teach you, just like somebody taught us, and we do it in a non-salesy way. And another thing is, talk about squirrel. I lost my train of thought. Oh, and I believe in this. Like, when we teach in the Gift Day Club, like, don't try something, no matter what it is, whether it's going for a degree, whether it's you want to lose weight, maybe it's a mental health thing. Don't try something for a month and give yourself an out and quit. Like whatever it is that you set a goal for, it doesn't matter whether it's this business or not. Give yourself time. Commit to it. Show up consistently. 6 months, a year, 2 months down the road, or 2 years down the road, you are going to look back and go, wow, one, I'm a different person and I'm happy with who I'm growing to be. And two, you're going to see that you were successful because you didn't quit.
Amen. I love it. All right, you guys, if you are not part of our Get Fit Club, we will make sure that we drop it in the comments. That way you can join, or you can just type Get Fit Club and we can send you a personal invite there wherever you're watching this video. And we hope that this helped you guys and like put you at ease. We are not experts. We are not gurus. We are just simply two moms that wanted a different life and were willing to grow and do the things that it took to make it happen. And we're so glad that we did. And we know that if you do it too, you will be as well. So we'll see you guys.